We're back. We're going to be working on the 4Runner today. It's a 2025 TRD Off-Road Premium in the Everest color. And today we are going to be putting on the heritage style grill from the TrailHunter. So as you see, it comes with just the Toyota badge. I'm going to be doing some bronze wheels on it, so I like the bronze accent of the heritage grill. To start, we're going to remove part of this air box and then this radiator cover decorative piece. So pretty cool. They're just a bunch of push tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. And then all of those push tabs, you should be able to just pick them up out at this point. So now the air box piece and the radiator trim are off. It looks like there's just 1, 2, maybe 3 bolts up here holding the top of the bumper on. And then we're gonna have to work on getting under the fender flare. And there's some along the bottom if you still have your air down. I do not, because I have a skid plate put on. So these are just 10 mils. Yep. Next, we need to release this over fender. We've got a 10 mil, and then one more there. And I think that's all I need to do to be able to just pull this out, because this is just clipped into the bumper and the fender. But
you look dusty.
And you also need to do this lower one to release it from the fender liner.
See me do it again?
Next, you'll use a flathead or a pin removing tool to get these 2 clips out on both sides that hold the front of the fender flare down. And this is the scary part, but you'll just grab these and pull straight out. They're just got clips running along. Don't be afraid to give it a little force, but they will pop straight out.
Careful! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
Patrick, the lid's already off.
Oh. It's released from the bumper, so when the bumper comes off, nothing is attached to it. Now, behind the fender flare, there is one more bolt in there that you'll have to get. Next, or underneath, there's 2 on each side. And this one. And I've got the TRD skid plate on there, so there's 1 there, and 1 on over, and then the 2 on the far end again. And if you've got the skid plate on there, obviously this isn't going to fit up in there, so you just have to get a normal wrench and undo a regular wrench. You should be able to break them loose, and as long as your car is not all gross and crusty, you should be able to just untighten them by hand. Okay, so now all of the fasteners are off the bumper. I said you could leave those top 3 in, so 1, 2, and 3. I just left the middle one in to kind of hold it in, but these corner ones do kind of have a plastic tab holding the bumper up. So depending on what model you have, you might have laser cruise cameras, fog lights, parking sensors, all that built into the bumper. So we need to unplug the electronics first. And Toyota, being amazing that they are, to make everything super easy to work on, they put your clips right up here, easy access. So to remove these, this black pin you're going to push in, and then that plastic piece push down, and then vice versa on this side. That black push in, and then that gray tab push down, and it'll release both of those. All right, so those 2 are unplugged. This one straight up. Now we're ready to remove the bumper. All right, so there's some tabs here. We're gonna pull straight out, and then same thing on the other side, and then the whole bumper should come off straight off. So just make a grip.
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
So that side's ready to go. Same thing over here. Just get a good grip behind that corner. Off. And then this should all the way down.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
All right, so I went ahead and brought this inside. Say hi to Freya. Looks like it's just 10 millimeters and some Phillips that kind of hold in the radiator grill. It's like an automatic grill. We'll unbolt that, lay it over, and then we should be able to unpancake the grill. It's kind of wedged in between two pieces of plastic, held in with just a bunch of clips all the way around. So we'll get started on that. And this should just lift up and out of the way. Now we have direct access to the grill. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Once you have those Phillips off, these are just brackets that help to hold on the radiator cover. Those little things there. And then you can remove those. And now we're gonna move on to the sides of the bumper. So the reason why the sides of the bumpers have to come off, they're held on just by a couple clips and some screws, is because it actually covers up this very last big tab. So we have to get this out of the way so we can get that tab and to pull the grill out from underneath it. So once you got screw, clip, screw, screw, and another clip out here, the sensor, the only way that I've found to get it out super easy, just get some pliers, pinch the top and bottom to release that, and you should be able to let it go. I tried for like 5 minutes with my fingertips and I could not get it. So that's the easiest way to get that one undone. And now we should be able to pull this off. So when removing these from the bottom and then down, you have a clip, like a plastic clip, screw, plastic screw, screw.
Today, Junior!
So clip, screw, clip, screw, clip, and then a screw. Once you get to that point that they're all out, you have this one plastic tab and one plastic tab to just bend out of the way, and that whole piece comes out. So now that all the big clips that sandwich this in between this frame and the painted part of the front of the bumper, the grill sits in between those pancaked. Now we're down to just removing these last few Phillips. I think there's one there and one in this corner. At that point, we should be able to separate the layers. So I'll give you just enough wiggle room to be able to rotate the grill up and out. And then you'll just slide the new one in. Next, remount your bracket on both sides, 3 screws, Phillips on those, and then start reattaching your Phillips all the way around. And there's some hidden ones back in these corners, so don't forget those. Once you got all your screws back in, take your radiator flaps, set them back on their screw holes. If those little pucks come out, these little things underneath that they come out, they just slide back in and clip in. Just make sure that they're there, and then start replacing your bolts and get ready to tighten those down, and then we're almost done. So at this point, I am starting to reattach the bumper, doing the top screws, the 2 corners, doing all the bottom fasteners. Then I'll move on to where the fenders meet the bumper, redo the clips. There's 4 bolts on each side, and yeah, it's pretty easy to line it back up. 2 clips, just the 1 clip on each side, and the bumper likes to marry up pretty easily. This thing looks sick. So much better. I think it's gonna look a lot more aggressive, and then once I get the bronze wheels and lift on this thing, it'll nicely match the bronze of the Heritage grill. But yeah, that is it.